Hi everyone, this is Rita from GetYourSuccessNow.com, and in this video I'm going to show you a new product that I've been using. This is more for team collaboration and project management, and I think a lot of you are into small businesses and you're working on a lot of your own projects, so this is a tool that you'll find very useful. Now, the good thing about this tool is that it is actually free. So you get to download it, you get to upload it to your website, install it, and start using it for free. Now there are a lot of similar tools that I've used in the past, and those tools generally cost you a specific amount per month. So for example, one of the tools I've used recently that does just one of the functions that this tool does cost me about $10 a month, and I was paying that much money just to manage my contact database for my business. And as the database grew, the cost of managing that database grew as well. So I ended up paying the company a certain amount per entry in the database. So I've been, kind of slowly switching over to this tool because A, I get to host it on my own website. B, I get to share it with other people. So if I'm outsourcing anything, if I have team members working with me, I can share this website with them and instantly share a lot of information with them. C, I don't have to pay for hosting a certain amount of entries in my database because this program is only limited by the amount of space in your hosting account. So basically, the account that hosts your website, which generally these days you get a pretty huge space for quite a small price. And if you're a business owner, you probably already have a website and you probably already have things set up for that. Alright, so there are a couple things that I find really useful in this tool, and I want to go over a couple of those, and I'll try to do this in less than 5 minutes, so let's go. The first thing you can do, as you can see here, is this tool is organized by workspaces, and you can create your own workspaces. To create a workspace, you click on this green button, and this pops up a new window, like that, and then you name your workspace. So for example, if I'm working on a new project that's, something like design, so I'm designing a new if I'm designing a new template for my blog or anything, I can create a new workspace. I can set parent workspaces. As you can see, I chose none because I don't want that to be a child object of anything else in here. But if this workspace was specifically for designing a new blog, then you would probably want to set it as a child of the blog workspace. Okay, you can choose your workspace color and add new workspaces. Now, once you have a workspace, there are different things you can do with it. This is the dashboard view. You can also view your workspace as a list, which would list down all the documents and all the links and all the contacts you have. I prefer to use the dashboard view because it shows me a list of upcoming events, milestones, and tasks, which really helps in getting focused. The other reason I like this view is because there's an activity window which shows all the updates to this workspace. So for example, if I'm working on something and if I've downloaded a file and I've been editing it and I come back here to upload it and I can see that somebody else has already uploaded a new version of that document, I can then download their version and then do edits on their version. So the activity window is really useful in collaborating with others. Alright, now with your workspace you can also edit permissions. You can edit who sees your workspace. So if you're working with a team of say 10 people and you don't want to and oftentimes you don't want to share everything with everybody, then the permission levels are very useful. You can edit the users or user groups that have access to the particular workspace. The workspace also allows you to leave notes or add notes. So you can leave notes for particular members, or you can leave general notes for ideas and comments. And your notes are usually more like blog entries. So you write a note and you leave them open for comments, so people get to comment on your blog, on your new project ideas or any new additions. You can also have subscribers who are automatically updated as soon as you update your note, which is really useful if somebody's working on a project with you. You probably want them to be notified as soon as you have new information. You can also use the internal email system here to send email to people in your team. And like I mentioned, there's a contact management aspect of this tool, which is really useful. You can import existing contacts from an Excel database or any other database. They'll usually let you export all your contact list into a CSV file, and you can import from a CSV file into this tool, which really saves a lot of time instead of just manually adding 100, 500 contacts. The next feature here is a calendar, and the calendar looks something like this. Now, the thing I like about this calendar is I can double-click and add new events. I don't have to manually go add event and wait for a new window to open up, because that's something I just can't deal with. I like it when things are faster and they save me time. The other section here is Documents section, which is really useful in sharing any sort of instruction manuals, training modules, company mission, project description, and stuff like that. You can also create task lists and assign it to various members. So the way you do that is you click on a new task, you name the new task, you choose a milestone if there is one, you set parent tasks if there are one, start date, end date, hour estimate, which is really useful in tracking the amount of time that has been spent on a task just for future references, and a priority level. You can also assign this to people in your team. Now, I haven't added any of my team members here yet, so the only name you see here is me. You can also assign it to a group. Let's assign it to myself and check that button for sending email notification, which is really useful if you're going to assign a new task to someone. You don't have to separately go into your email client and send them an email saying, hey, I've created a new task and thought you'd be the good person for it, and so on. The other section that I really like here is the time tracking section. So you can use this as a time tracker for people you work with and use this for billing purposes. I don't use this for billing purposes because I'm already using something else, but there's an option, and if this is easier for you, go ahead with it. I personally use it just to track my own time, because a lot of times when I sit down to work on my business, I might get distracted by something else. So it really helps me focus if I'm tracking a specific amount of time that I spend on everything. Then there's a reporting function that lets you know anything that's new here. So any users that signed up, any milestones, any notes. Basically, it's your dashboard in detail view. Alright, I think that's everything I have to say about this tool. I really think it's a very useful tool that you should probably download and at least give it a shot. It might work out beautifully for your small business. Thanks for joining us, and have a great day.